Hi everybody, welcome back to Vintage Story episode 21 season 2, and immediately after I finished recording on the last episode, a storm hit. It was only a small storm. The storm shelter worked fine. I didn't get any spawning. I don't know whether that was luck or design, but we survived, and I have got another thing. I don't know whether you're going to know. So I have added some mods to this world. There are some good reasons, of which we will elucidate. We will sit there and discuss. We will go over, but or at least some of the reasons we'll go over. But we've added some additional foods. There's a few as we go through. There's horses. What else is the necessities is a mod. There's a whole load, and I want to take the opportunity to learn how to use these mods. Now, there is an upcoming reason which I'm not going to share right now. Everybody has to have a secret now and again, and you know, I'm having one of my own. 1 of 4, 1 of 2. There you go. 1 on 1. Eat that, and take that one. There we go. But we've got some news coming out. When are you seeing this? 6th of November. It may even already be out by that point, but obviously I am recording ahead of myself as per. So yeah, we'll see whether when I can share the news. However, so we had the storm. There are a couple of wolves or so in the area. I think possibly up to 5 or 6, if the count was anything to go by. I've got no idea. I've given up trying to count. And we have done the entire courtyard in the stone. We've got a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for? This here. We've got this all encased. What it does need is it needs some chiseling and cobblestones putting down to try and stop any drifters spawning in here, because while I was down here doing my thing, and this worked, you can open that, the drifter corpse has come in, you can open that side, the drifter corpse has come in. As I say, I didn't get anything spawn in here, but that may have been more but luck than design. Who will find out. And yeah, we've got a place to live and work and get on. Now I need more conglomerate, because I need to take this tower up 1, maybe 2 levels. That tower needs to go up to match that. That tower there needs to go up to match that. This needs a gatehouse over the top. We need to bring a forge out in here somewhere. We need a tanning yard in here somewhere. There's just a whole load of things to do, and it is the 6th of December, so we've still got some more winter to go through. So we're going to head back out to the area that I was mining, and see what's what. The spear that I had, the scrap spear, is broken. I do want to get a couple of bronze spears, because the scrap spears are actually not that good. I should just go straight to bronze. I've got enough materials to make and keep making bronze to last me for a good while now. So yeah. Now the new mods may take a while to kick in. The animal spawning and stuff like that may take a while to kick in. So, as I say, there are horses. There, I think we've got cattle or aurochs. Not 100% certain on that one. May be wrong, but horses are somewhat exciting, because they give us something we've not had before. Well, that was one of my little hidey holes. Yeah, I forgot about that. Anyway, Right now, it's all about winter work. It's about, you know, just making the wow. I've really made a mess of that hillside, haven't I? Making the most of what we can do during this time of the year. There is a thing called Napster. I think it's called Napster. It's to do with napping, obviously, and not having a snooze, but the other kind of napping, which I'm going to need to use anyway. And basically, it. Oh, maybe I've not put that one on this one yet. That will be going on because that's one. It's not actually necessary for this save, so maybe it won't. But it basically eliminates the need to I'll get there eventually. To actually control them, it's an accessibility mod actually to help people who struggle with the napping tool or mechanism. And yeah, I might as well get used to it because it is going to be featuring in my life soon, and I'll as I say, hopefully the announcements will be out before long. But it's exciting news, so yeah, you know, look forward to the exciting news. I am going to be leaving a floating lump of dirt up here as well. I may actually take it down just because I actually can't stand seeing floating artifacts of people's excavations, even on a single player world where the people is me. I should take this down because it's only fair. I will hate it every time I walk past it otherwise. So yeah, get on with some diggy and get myself some more materials, and I'll be back in a little while. I can leave that. That's actually connected. It's only up here where it's not connected that it's going to trigger me. Yeah, let me get some more materials because we need to build lots and lots of towers and complete the walls so that section is done and we can start to think about fields and what we want to do going forwards. Back in a bit. I think it's safe to say that I have picked a colder climate than last time. The temperature is actually, it's gone up a little bit. It was minus 17 out there. Yeah, I've definitely not gone for the warmer climate, that's for certain. There are a number of drifters out in the pit outside as well. I did hear the wolves overnight. We've got a little bit more rock, so we can continue with the buildings of the building. And I think the drifters are, yeah, 1, 2. There were 3 in the night. I can only see 2 now. I did hear the wolf, but I can't see them still. So what I really want is the wolf to end up in the pit, and then I can kill the wolf, and the wolf can become dinner, lunch, if you will. However, that's not going to get any of this lot built, so I think what we need to do is get ourselves some slabs. That's probably the first thing we need to finish off the crenellations on the walls. And let's have a look. I have got, let me granite. I can have the odd bit of granite because, you know, variation is the spice here. Conglomerate slabbage. If I want slabbage, if I want conglomerate stone slabs, if I want to make them into slabby jabbies, I can either do 5 with mortar or cut a brick in half. Well, I might as well do 5 with mortar because I've got lots of mortar, and things. Now, one of the mods that I have got is stackable, which well, I mean, it does pretty much what you expect. What you would expect. It makes stacks of stones. Improved crates allow me to put everything in one go. So, sure, yeah, shift and control. That should give me those. Now, if I want to make slabbies of that, it's just clay. Clay and those. Just clay, it says. Hello, did not want that. Clay, and we'll do some of that with some of that. Will give me some of those. I think that's enough of those. And then maybe a few of those. That will give me a few more for the buildings with, and the clay can go away there. I should have some more conglomerate cobble. Should have some conglomerate of those. I should have conglomerate rock, which we can do all sorts of things with if I remember rightly. Can chisel those smooth, can't I? That's right. Cracked conglomerate. Conglomerate sand, not so useful. We can take a little bit of that. We'll take a little bit of the granite cobble as well, and we shall take some of that limestone and a little bit of that, just so we've got some variety to play with. And well, I heard the wolf. I suppose we should go and double check that I'm not going to walk straight out into its wolfy jaws, because that would be somewhat embarrassing. You know, to go out to do some building on the walls and get at. Anyway, looks reasonably clear. I'll be back in a moment. Alright, we're just making some more food and waiting for morning because I need to go out on another expedition to get yet more stone because I'm running out again. It doesn't last very long, it really doesn't. However, we'll be fine. I also need to take one of those because that's the thing. We're just waiting for you to cook. I may need a little bit more peat in there just to keep it ticking. But looking outside of the place now, there's a tower going up there. That's done. That's done. Obviously that one's already done. That's almost to the point where I'm ready to stick a roof on it. It is going to be thatch in the first instance. It doesn't make sense to have a thatch roof in a castle. Yes, I know they're flammable. But right now that's my options, and I'm also taking the scythe with me because my stick stock is getting pretty poor. I think that's all the sticks I have in the whole wide world. Got a lot of other things, obviously, lots of things, but stickage is just looking poor. Got lots of logs, no sticks, and sticks is what we need. So yeah, just wait for it to get light and we'll head out, grab some more materials. My aim for this episode is to have the walls complete. I'm not really worried about anything else, although I would like to take my 3 pieces of prepared hide, place them in there and seal them. I'd like to take my 8 small hides. Let's give them a good scrape. And then stick those in there and seal them. Because then we'll have some leather at least. With the flax fibres we've got, we just haven't got much option to proceed with any more armour, gambalized armour, or it always makes me think of caramelized for some reason. Got a reasonable amount of terra preta, but that's still only going to be probably enough for one field, and we need to start thinking about what we are going to do with said fields, because this is starting to look like a keep. I won't say castle, it's at best a keep. And we're going to have a floor in here, and then we're going to have a floor at this level, and then we're going to have the tower again with 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, if we go round the corners, I can get that a nice. No, it'll still be even, won't it? Dear. The curse of the even blocks. But yeah, but I've run out up here, and I also need to do something to bring up a roof over there, which is it's not going to be, a sealed thing. It's just going to be a roof. So that's where we are. And of course it's the 9th of December, which means we're almost into the next year of the world. And I also made myself a bronze spear. I may make another bronze spear, so I have 2, because that's still very close. I've still got those to deal with, actually. That's still a problem. I mean, it's still tomorrow's problem, but it's still a problem. So, yeah, that's the thing. Oh, I made a batch of bronze as well, so there's another bronze pickaxe head ready for when the 2 that I've got wear out, and there is another 4 ingots of bronze, so gives us lots of options, doesn't it? The hunger rate, though, in this temperature is brutal. Did I just see movement over there? I thought I did. It's probably just a bunny wabbit, but you never know. One good thing is I can walk everywhere with most of the lake being frozen. That's, always look for a silver lining. Now, the problem is we've got that there. I definitely saw something move then, but I think it was a rabbit. It was going away from me anyway, whatever it was, so yeah. Now, can I get much more out of this, or do I just leave this as an ugly artifact of my occupation? I think we probably leave it as an ugly artifact of my occupation and move on to try and find myself another thing. See, this is all conglomerate on this. That is all of that. That's where we start. So if I kind of work on this, whereas that is all granite and lime, I think. Yeah, granite limestone. There is still some conglomerate in there, which I suppose I could. I could free. I could liberate. I mean, I suppose. But I'm just wondering how much effort this is really worth. Yeah, I suppose there is some there. So let's continue working on this and oh, hello. There's quite a lot there actually. Especially when you consider that I can do that and get an easy 4, and then that's another easy 1. So I suppose I should take opportunities to get it where it is rather than wrecking other bits of the landscape, eh? Yeah, will be good. Oh, this snow is a pain though. Still, let me get you out. If I can get another one out of that block, I will do. Because it'd be wrong not to, wouldn't it? Especially when there's another 2 there. 1 there. 1 there. Anyway, yeah, so more conglomerate stone, more conglomerate cobble, which is still always going to be useful no matter what happens. And I'll be back in a bit. Alright, and with these few blocks, I think all of the tower structures are complete. Now, of course, the other thing that we have got that we can do is we can chisel these, and we can get these into whatever mode we want. So maybe like, let's have a look. How big a gap do we want? I've got no idea whether these will work as arrow slits, by the way, but there's only one way to find out, don't you? And this should keep me busy for an evening or 2. If this is just one block. Now, I'm actually wondering whether I've made a mistake here and whether I should have chiseled both of these and put an arrow slit in the middle, and I think maybe I should have. However, that is not a problem because I have got conglomerate rock, which I can take. I'm going to need a new hammer at some point anyway, and we can throw that, and that can go in the bin later. So let's try that again, shall we? So maybe like that. And they're always bigger on the inside and then narrow on the outside to present a smaller target to the invading forces, but to give you a wider field of vision. So much like we did in our last Terra Firma Craft season, I'm going to try and imitate that as best I can. Now, for that then, I think I am going to want to and I need to look at chiseling and see if there's a way that I can copy designs, because needless to say, I don't really want to do this all the way on every single tower and every single wall. But having said that, we really haven't got anything better to do this winter, so might as well I'm beginning to wonder whether I should have gone in twos. That might be this might be a little bit. See, that might have been an easier transition. And I don't think you have drop blocks here to add material. To add a material. I've never really gone with the full-on thing, but I think that would have been a more meaningful transition than that. And of course we can't undo it, so let's continue. And just see, because I can always replace these 2 blocks and do this again. I mean, that just seems too steep. I think I'm gonna replace that and do it again, I think. Let me sort that and I'll be back in a second. Alright, well, I made a mistake. I went a bit too deep, so yeah, that kind of happened. I don't mind it though, so you know, that on that side as well. Way that you wouldn't probably have it on that side, but you know, gives you a field of vision. Not a great field of vision downwards, but there you go. And of course it is very, 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 very dark. I also accidentally put out a torch because it was snowing, and I put a... Ooh. Have I not? I have not actually done that. That's interesting. Okay, well, I mean, there's not much we can do with these other than maybe do these like so, and I realise it's very dark. Unfortunately, I can't put a torch down out here because, as already intimated, the torch goes out. So yeah, a little bit restricted on what we can achieve, but let's get that down. Now my thoughts are to come in with... I haven't got a huge amount of blocks here, but to come off of here and go 2 there like that, and then we'll get a roof on, something along those lines. I do need a few different variations on a block though, because otherwise that's going to look weird. Do we go 2 high or do I go 3 high? I mean, it's a difficult choice, but let's pop that there. Pop that there, get a little bit of... Got to throw these all... In fact, let me just chuck them over the wall. There you go, don't want them. And one of those there. One of those there, and then we can hopefully get a roof on this lot. Look a bit weird, I think, but in the long run we should get away with it. Let me see about that. See, one of the things I think you should be able to do in this is actually light a torch from a torch. You know, just that seems to be a thing. I'm sure there is a mod or a version of a mod out there that will give us that, but right, what did I do with all of that? I brought a metric crap ton of the worn what did I do with it then? I had a load, didn't I? I picked it up from it's got to be somewhere. Oh dear, that's not what I wanted. Alright, let me hunt around for this. I'll be back in a moment. Well, I need more ruins. I've run out of the aged thatch ridge tiles. Got loads of these, but I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more aged thatch ridge tiles. I'm pretty certain that I have stripped that. So we need to find a new set of ruins with that characteristic. There was, if I can find my way on the map here. Hang on a second. I am here. Can't find. That was where there was. I think there was a ruin there. There might be some ridge tiles over there if I went over that way, but it's a fair old hike. There was also a grave and some other bits and pieces. Is there anything over if we were to go on a fair old hike? Is there anything down that way that looks like? I mean, there's something there. Which is what, just around the edge that way. Obviously there's a chance of running into wolves as well, we have to bear that in mind, but there is something there, and that would open up a whole load more map. So I mean, you know, it's doable. It is the 1st of January. You have to be aware that there could be a storm on the way, so that's a consideration. And I'm out of bread. Hopefully those will stop that forming. Still no sign of these wolves getting any closer. I've changed these ladders over for ladders as opposed to, you know, ladders that we had before. But I am happy. I am happy with the progress. It's slow going. It is winter, of course, which makes it even worse. And yeah, we are. Well, we've got a reasonable amount of this lot going on. So, and we've still got how much? 128 cassiterite. I only need 2 to make a bronze. It's the copper, which is the biggie, and I've got probably another 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9 ingots worth of bronze in copper there before I have to start hunting. Hunting more copper, and I've already got. Wherever it's gone, I had some on the map. There's some down there. That's some more lead. Got copper there. We've got copper there. We've got meteoric iron over there. I have recently, more copper there. I've learned how to find meteoric iron. So that was a useful video I watched the other day. Yeah, there's a pattern, a type of crater you look for, a little dent in the ground, and that often is like, that might be That could be one there, for example. It's kind of a small, as if it's a small meteor crater. But we'll have to go, and we're not quite ready. That could potentially, any of these small dents. So I think that is probably it for this episode. I do need to do some more cooking. I'm hoping that the interesting thing that I want to share with you will be shareable, and it may have already been shared by the time this video hits. It's one of the drawbacks of recording ahead quite so much. But until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you soon. Bye for now.